I almost did it again. My microphone was muted. I would have been so mad. Let's move this inside. Yeah, I started talking and I was like, oh, good. And I looked over and there was no microphone and I was like, wait a minute. Let's see. Let's go back to this. I can read it again to you guys. Hi, my sister recommended your workshop. Truth be told, when I learned the location, I couldn't believe there's anything here standing here at all. But yet, here you are. A great garage. Back to the car. I'm coming in with my truck. I use it every day at work. It's a bit worn out, but it's not missing anything apart from the engine crackling. Engine's crackling and drops in power. I don't see any major problems, but maybe it's a matter of habit. Please take a closer look at the suspension. The car often carries some loads. Do the routine checkup. Make it last a few more years. Other tasks. Changed. Okay. So we'll just drain all the fluids off the bat. There is 8 pages of parts. Oh my god. Well, let's do the usual. Okay, of course it doesn't. I was hoping to get lucky there. Car can't be started. Yay. Let's see why that is. Well, that's because the alternator and the starter are mincemeat. Yep, starter and alternator are garbage. And yeah, we can't start it. So we're screwed on that note. I kind of want to change the alternator and the starter real quick and then see if we can do the rest of the tests. Okay. Let's throw this thing up in the air. Yeah, I really want to get the starter and the alternator replaced so that way we can at least start it. So we can do the fuel and the compression test just to make sure that stuff is good. Nope. I'm losing my mind already. Yep, those are extra parts I didn't need. Is it right click? Yes. Grab our tablet. Let's grab one of those because that serpentine bell is obviously junk. Electrical? I can't remember if the starter's in here. I thought it was in the other. Oh no, it is in here. Okay. Yeah, let's get that new starter bolted into place. And then let's drop this back down and see if we can. Because I feel like 8 pages, there's going to be a lot of issues. Swap out that alternator, which a lot of it looks like suspension. Looking down here, I mean, that sway bar looks no good. Those struts look no good. But I just want to do the compression test and the fuel pressure test. I love how he says he uses it every day, but it doesn't start. How do you use it every day if it doesn't start, sir? Oh yeah, that fuel pressure is terrible. Or, compression. Oh my god! Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alright. I mean, yeah. That's, some serious issues. Okay. I mean, at this point, I feel like, yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna pull all the fluids out of this thing. We're gonna have to yank this thing. Where was the... Oh. Way over there. And I gotta find my way back to the radiator. We don't empty the washer fluid. Alright, let's lift this thing up. We're gonna have to yank that starter back out. But, oh, that reminds me. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Yeah, that starter's gonna have to come back out, and we're gonna have to yank, the drive shaft, pull the transmission off it, and then go from there. Because that whole motor's gotta come out. That's gonna need a complete redo. We will break down that motor and try to repair as much as we can and replace what we absolutely have to. Well, at least for his sake, the transmission looks like it's in good shape. We can leave the flywheel on there. We're just going to have to drop it back down and yank the manifolds out, but we'll drain the oil out of it while we're here. We can take the filter off on the engine stand. No. Go back over there. Yeah, we just gotta drop it down and yank the manifolds. Actually, we can just yank these pipes. Because I think we can take it with the manifolds. Okay. Front exhaust. I thought I took it off. What do you mean? Did I not take both of them? Oh. Apparently that's in the way as well. Okay, then. I figured once you disconnected the pipes connecting it to the rest of the exhaust, you'd be good to go. Nope, don't do that. Pull out. Now it's in my pocket. Actually, we'll leave it right here for now. Install engine on stand. Yeah. This thing is terrible shape. Oh yeah, good clutch plate for sure. It's in great condition. This filter's obviously no good. It's gross looking. I wish I could have had this on hard mode, but I started it in this mode where it highlights stuff. And I wanted to change it, but I found out that I would have to start an entirely new career to change it, so we're just going to stick with it. If we ever get way too into the game, maybe we'll start a hardcore playthrough of it. Oh, distributor cap. No bueno. A lot of this is in really bad shape. Nope. I meant to hit the manifold game. All these spark plugs are junk. I'll take that oil filter that's obviously no good. Gotta love a Chevy van, though. I had a buddy that I went to high school with that had one of those vans. And back when I had my C30 Chevy 3x3, it was a GMC. Either way, it's the same truck, just a different badge. But we used to race home from school in these old 80s clapped out vehicles. It was really good times. But people were in just like ungodly ticked that we were racing these 8,000-pound gigantic crap boxes down the highway. We should have definitely got in trouble for that, for sure. The amount of dumb crap we did in those vehicles. And by get in trouble, I mean, like, probably should have been arrested. But, it is what it is. Never got in trouble. Got away with it. I do miss that truck, though. I would love to buy another square body Chevy someday. I hope. Once I have the space for a project, I would like to get another square body for sure. Oh my lord. I'm sure we're not going to be able to fix 90% of this stuff. I'm just glad we have the right tools now so we know where to look for issues. Like the compression test tells us most of the stuff I think is no good. But the compression test in real life is different. You don't actually see it in the game. You can't just hook up a compression test and get the compression off the entire motor. You would actually have to pull out each spark plug individually, and you twist that little nozzle into the threads where the spark plug goes. Per cylinder, you have to do it. You would crank it and go, okay, that one's good. Crank the next one. Okay, that one's good. And when you find one that doesn't hold compression, you know it's that cylinder slash. It could either be a crack on the block, it could either be the cylinder itself, it could be the piston rings, or the piston. But the game's so fun. I just know there's a little bit more to everything in real life mechanics. But the game is still unbelievably fun. Especially for a gearhead like me that doesn't have the money to spend on all the stuff you want to do. It's still fun to do full rebuilds and stuff like that. Okay, let us flip it. Oh my. All these crankshaft caps are junk. A lot of these pistons are no good either. They're just absolutely charred. Crankshaft's junk. I don't know how this guy was using this van every day. I want to call Bukkake. I don't think this fan is being used every day. I think the day it started, it was getting used. Other than that, no. Okay, to the repair table. I have a feeling this isn't going to repair any of the stuff we need to be repaired. But this is where my strange OCD kicks in, where I want to fix as much stuff as possible, just to be a good mechanic. There's also a major risk of messing this up and losing parts that were good enough to put back on. Okay. Let's look at our list of stuff and see what we can fix here. Not much. Okay. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Just because I'm going to change them all to be nice. How many? 1, 2, 3. We saved 4 of those, so we just need 1, 2, 3, 4. There was only 3 of those. We saved 1, so we need 2. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of those. I need 16 of those. Okay. We're gonna need one of those bad boys, one of those. Those are all okay. They're not great, but they're okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because they're going to be nice. Oil filter. The distributor cap is okay. The rotor and the cap are no good. The wires are junk. Air filter is junk. Clutch plate's junk. Fuel filter is junk. We need to go back. We need to go to power parts. I know we didn't have to replace that, but I'm going to because it'll bother me if I don't. I mean, if I'm rebuilding the entire engine, I'm going to make the sale to you of, hey, you should probably just buy the crankshaft too, because we're already in there, it's already disassembled. Just do it, man. Just do it. I hate to be that guy, but if I was the guy doing this job for anyone, I would be like, hey man, you should just change these two. Good news is we get a 15% discount on parts now. So a lot of this stuff, we're making money on it either way. Timing chain, oil filter, the spark plugs being electrical, that's why I skipped it. And so are those. Oh god. Air filter, clutch plate, fuel filter, bam. Fuel filter and the clutch plate and the air filter. Now we go back, we go to electrical, spark plugs. We need 8 of those. Rotor, cap, wires. I feel like this truck's going to turn into a 2-part episode because this is like half of the parts. Oh god. What do you mean? Where's the block? It's in my pocket. What do you mean? Ah. What? Oh. Sure. I'm sorry, guys. I'm being an idiot. Man, this thing is going to be styling, though, when it's done. And it's going to last this guy a long time. Because he's basically getting a brand new motor. Should last him another 100,000 miles. Well, the motor. I can't say much about the van. The motor's going to outlast the body. Let's just put it like that. If you look through that little sliver in the hallway there, the body does not look like it's in great condition. But since it's an old classic Chevy van, and I'm an old classic Chevy fan, he might get a free car wash before he leaves. Even though I don't think the panels on that thing look 100% legit. Okay, that's everything in there. we go. Look at that, huge improvement already. Let's put this front cover back together. Crap pulleys. Oh, this power steering pump got fixed. Shouldn't hear no more whining. Because that's a #1 fault in those old Chevys, is the power steering pumps. My dually had a massive leak that I ignored for the longest time. It was so old school, it just took automatic transmission fluid, and we had a big pump stand of it at the mechanic shop I worked at, so like every 2 days I would just fill the reservoir up. And to think, if I wasn't such a dumb kid that I was back then when I had that truck, I probably could have fixed it up. I'm sure it was like a simple hose. That's all I had to do to fix that leak. But, once again, young and dumb. And to all those kids out there that watch that and don't think your parents are right about most of the things they say, I got bad news for you. They've experienced it. They've lived it. Like my dad told me many times, just fix it. Just fix it. You don't want to buy a new truck, just fix it. Or you don't want to have a car payment, just fix it. I wish I had listened to him. Because now I've got this terrible car payment for a car that I don't even really like. Not to say I don't like my Chrysler, but I need another truck. I said it today alone because I had to go do the trash and the recycling because my parents aren't here. Not that I don't do it occasionally just to be nice, but I'm looking at like all the recycling we had from my son's birthday party, and I'm like, if I just had a truck, this would be so much easier because I could just throw all this stuff in the back and drive it right down there. But no, I gotta throw it all in the back seat and try to make space in the trunk. And no, I need another pickup truck. Sorry. But right now it's not the right time to buy, so I'm kind of just biting the bullet and waiting to see what happens. Okay. Almost there with the engine. But yeah, this motor should last this guy a hot while. Put those in before I put that manifold on, just because it would be easier without the manifold on there. Trust me, trying to get those spark plugs with these Chevy manifolds on here, not the funnest thing in the world, especially when you're trying to do it in your driveway. And at this point, they're so old and on there that you don't even want to risk snapping a bolt off in the header or in the cylinder head. So you're just like, it's fine. Another thing my truck had, the dually had a massive manifold leak. And I wasn't touching it. I looked at all those bolts one day and I said, no. Because I don't want to have to bring it to the shop and rip the cylinder head off it or drill out one of the bolts when it snaps. Because They were old and crunchy, and I was not touching them. I took one look at those bolts for the manifold and went, nah, I'll just deal with the exhaust leak. But I am on the look. I'm on the watch for another square body for sale near me, because I missed that truck. I missed that engine. My wife's not happy that I'm looking for another square body. Not that she didn't enjoy my truck and the fun times we had in it, but my dually also got like 3 miles to the gallon, because I had a big block in it, 454. So yeah, wasn't very good on gas. But I didn't own it to be good on gas. I own it to smile while I drove it around, because it was loud, and that's how I liked it. Pop that on there, pop that on there. Nope, I'm doing those stupid clips that I always forget. So I'll be trying to cash this job out, and it'll be like, it's missing, the clips. And I'm like, ah! You guys have seen it. It's like every video where I have to touch a distributor cap. Clips are missing. I do it every time. It drives me crazy. Bolts. Who puts a bolt there? Don't lie to me. That's a wing nut. At least on all my trucks it was a wing nut. Never had a bolt for the air filter cover. It was just a wing nut. Alright, I think that is that motor done. Yes. So, we will put that motor in our pocket. Yeah, I don't know if these panels are any good. I'd like to help them out, though. Install that bad boy. Look at that. You can go back in your corner. Thank you for all your hard work and help. This battery was good, right? And all the fuses were good. I didn't see anything that caught my attention there, so let's go to suspension. Although, honestly, this is already a 40-minute video. So I'm going to wrap it up here. And we will finish this one on the next one, because we're going to have to go through brakes, suspension. Like I said, those front shocks don't look good. That wheel bearing doesn't look good. There's a lot of parts in here that don't look good. Oh my, yes. So, we will finish the Bolt van in the next episode. And as I always say, stay positive. Have a great day. And I will see you in the next episode.